He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.
Hello everyone and welcome to Armstrong Entertainment. This is Chad here and I saw the movie Mary Poppins Returns. It stars Emily Blunt, Lin-Manuel Miranda, Ben Whishaw, Emily Mortimer, Meryl Streep, Angela Lansbury, Dick Van Dyke. There are so many people in this movie. It is directed by Rob Marshall. Mary Poppins is back. It's only taken 54 years, and I think I read that this is the longest time gap between a sequel. 54 years is incredible. Now, I want to start off by saying I'm going to try my hardest and do my best of not comparing the two films because it's really not fair, because the original Mary Poppins was so... It's a classic. Everybody knows it. We've been seeing it for the past 54 years. Some of us who are that old, not me. But it's ingrained in our memory. So you have these memories of your childhood and watching this film. And now it's comparing it to the new one that, it's not really fair. So I'm just going to do my best and not compare the two. Now, I myself am a big original Mary Poppins fan. I know all the songs, all the scenes. I was well versed in Mary Poppins' universe. So I knew... my expectations were just extremely high, and I really tried bringing them down to the lowest point possible because Disney makes these sequels and reimaginations and live-action things that just aren't up to snuff for me. For instance, Alice in Wonderland, The Wizard of Oz, even the latest Christopher Robins. So going in, my expectations were super high for this film, and I just wanted to keep them as low as possible. I also have to admit, I watched a screener DVD of this, and I know watching this in the theater is going to be that much more magical, so I implore you to go see this in the theater. Don't watch this on a DVD like I did, because it's just going to be so much better in the theater, and I know everybody's already going to see it, because it's coming out of the holiday weekend, so it's going to be a massive hit. So let's just get right into the story. This takes place about 25 years after the original, and Michael and Jane have grown up, and Mary Poppins returns. I'm not going to say any more about the plot because I do not want to give anything away. I'm not going to go into the specifics of the movies, I just want to give you my overall feelings, but this movie felt very familiar to the original. It felt like this is where the Chimney Sweep song goes, this is where Let's Go Fly a Kite goes, this is where Supercalifragilisticexpialidocious goes. They just were different songs, but kind of felt very familiar, but they also added some new stuff that made it unique and its own. So it kind of fell in that middle section where it's like it reminds you of the old one, and it also is completely brand new, which I loved. I felt like it found a very good middle ground. Most of the songs were great. I know Lin-Manuel Miranda had a lot to do with the music of this, if not all of it. I'm not really sure. But, there was 2 or 3 standout songs for me, and the rest were mediocre and pretty good. But again, I've only heard them once, so it's not like they're playing in my head like the bird song, Feed the Birds, from the original, which I've heard 100 times, and I love that song. But these songs, I think there's 2 or 3 classic songs that will come through. So overall, as you can tell, I really did enjoy this film. They did something that I did not think was possible. They made a sequel to Mary Poppins that was actually pretty darn good. It's going to do so well over the holiday weekend. Emily Blunt did a good job. Again, I don't want to compare her to Julie Andrews. I guess my only note for her was I wish she would have been a little bit more charming and friendly. It seemed like she was more stern, but I'm not going to go into that. And if I had to cut out a scene out of the movie, I would say the whole Meryl Streep segment and song, I would just cut that whole thing out, and I would add double the amount of time to the Angela Lansbury song at the very end, because that was by far my favorite, and the balloon song, that's all I'm going to say. By far my favorite. Love Angela Lansbury. I know this movie is going to do so well over the weekend. I can't wait to see people's reactions. It's going to make so much money, and it is called Mary Poppins Returns, and it will be opening on December 19th in a theater near you. Until next time.
He'll watch a movie, then he'll tell you all about it. It's the Armstrong Entertainment Show.